Hey, it's Romy. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Sagittarius, this is your August 2020 tarot card reading. It is a general reading. It might resonate for you, and if it does, you can drop me your support with a like or comment. You can also join me for the extended version of this reading. I will put the links for that in the description box and in the comment section below. And you might also like to tune into your rising and your moon sign readings also. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and see what August is. Okay, let's take a look at this energy story for the month of August. So we're into Leo season, a fellow fire sign. And we also have Mars moving through Aries, so more fire. This is affording you a really rich opportunity to harness that creativity, the motivation and the inspiration to get so much done. And we open up your reading with the Three of Wands, which I love as an energy for you. What I'm seeing with this is that you are reimagining something for the future. And the question that you ought to be asking yourself continuously through this month, Sagittarius, is this helping me to do, to be, or to have what I most want in the future? And that needs to play out with regards to the connections, the relationships, the way that you're spending your time, what you're investing into, where you find yourself, the situations that are arising, the environments that you're putting yourself into. That conscious awareness and the ability to be able to kind of really read the energy around you and understand the impact that it's having on you is going to be really important, because this early part of the month is such a wonderful time for you to really progress something. And within that, there's like an emergence of a courage and a confidence that's really necessary. You know, we're come out of a very dense, heavy water energy eclipse season, and this is just going to feel like you just got the green light for go on something. And with that, you know, we want to just take advantage of all opportunities, but if you're not careful, you could end up like directing all of that powerful fire energy in the wrong direction, or into someone or something that actually is just more of a drain than something that can light you up and take you forward. And so you need to be repeatedly asking that question of yourself. You know, is this helping me to be, to do, or to have what I'm looking for and to become more? Because this is a time when you're really trying to figure out how to live more fluidly, how to live in a more balanced state. You know, Mars helps us to understand how we use our energy. And with the Three of Wands, there's a suggestion here that what you're laying out for the future is really a powerful story right now, and you want to get it right. Now, the fact that there are two figures in this card and the depiction, I feel like you're also getting on track with someone or coming together with something in a moment of union, right? So something is coming together, and I feel like you do have a shared vision for the future. There may be the need for a little bit of encouragement, I think, from you towards someone else, or perhaps you'll find that, you know, coming towards you if you feel a little bit uncertain or doubtful as to the particular direction of something. But what we're seeing is that they're looking out over the horizon, and it's rich in possibility. Rich in possibility right now. You will have a sense that the fog has lifted. And I do think that you're going to be given the opportunity, particularly with that full moon in Aquarius that's coming in on the 3rd and the 4th of August, to really think about from a very innovative perspective how you want your future to play out. You know, it's almost like pre-paving the energy here. Aquarius is bringing that revolutionary, and because it's squaring Uranus, it's quite rebellious as well. So actually, I think some of the plans that you're putting in place, or the dreams that you're kind of calling out through this month, are bold. They're super bold, and they should be. And absolutely, you have what it takes to deliver this. And, you know, if this is playing out in the conversations that you're having with people, then the suggestion is that you are direct. I mean, we've got Mercury moving into Leo on the 5th, which is going to give you that open heart expression in terms of communication. We've got Venus in Cancer on the 7th. It's had a prolonged season in Gemini, so this will be a welcome shift. bringing in some sensitivity and that kind of heart energy with it. So actually I feel that whatever you are saying and to whom this month, Sagittarius, there is a tremendous amount of passion that's coming forth with it. So whether it's something that you believe in, a cause that you are fighting, you know, an agenda that you are trying to get over the line, or within a relationship dynamic where you're, you know, talking about how you need to fulfill your needs, or where you're at this moment and how you're planning for the future, then it really matters. So 10 of Wands energy is the suggestion for me that I think if you're not careful, the energy could reach a point of feeling incredibly overwhelming. And again, you're just being invited to be more discerning with how you're managing your energy levels. There's a couple of key dates to be really aware of this month. On the 13th, when Mars squares Pluto, and the 24th, when Mars is squaring Saturn. These moments, I feel, are going to feel heavy. They're going to push you. They're going to activate something within your energy in terms of what's playing out on the external, or perhaps something that you're dealing with within the self. But the 10 of Wands is a suggestion that it's going to feel too much. Something's going to feel too much. It's almost like breaking point. But remember, sometimes we need to feel that sense of pressure to really like break something open, to find a breakthrough. So I have a sense that the pressure can actually be incredibly positive and supportive if, again, you approach it and you allow it to show you something about yourself and your journey in the right way. If you kind of take it on in the sense of it just feeling like one more thing and nothing's working and nothing's going right, or you know, what you expected hasn't materialized, or you feel like you're never going to get there, and you'd kind of take that mindset, I think it could be really uncomfortable. But if you're much more in the energy of 2, 3 of Wands, where you're expectant, you're open, you're optimistic, you're curious, and now Leo season is 9th house, and you're your natural ruler of the 9th house, Sagittarius. So, you know, that ability to take the higher learning, you know, to be hungry to educate yourself and see what this is showing you about your life, about your relationships, about, you know, what's on the table for you right now. And of course, the way that it's going to impact the decisions and choices that you make. You know, Mars shows us how we're going to use our energy, and you have an opportunity this month to use it in an incredibly positive and powerful way. Taking accountability in that way is going to serve you so well. The Star. Okay, beautiful energy. I think, you know, what I'm seeing here is that the healing energy that has wrapped itself around you wants you to feel optimistic, wants to give you that sense of renewal, wants to connect you into something greater than your physical human self. It wants to show you and direct you and guide you. The Star is such a beautiful celestial guidance energy to work with. And the more that you can connect into that, you are going to beautifully navigate any moments of volatility, any chaos or drama that may be playing out around you. But this is also going to help you tap into the divine inspiration and the creative energy that you need to start to put these plans in place. Now, not everything might be fully formed or realized through this month, but I think it's just going to give you such a sense of excitement towards a new direction, or a possible new approach, something different, something shifting. That's what I'm sensing, and it's almost just like a lighter energy to work with. Now, the Star does link into the sign of Aquarius, so we do have this Aquarius full moon. What was going on back at the end of January? This is the 6-month cycle that we're closing out. And what I really feel is that, you know, you have gone through so much, you have changed beyond all comprehension since that time, because of what's played out on the world stage, but because of how you have handled and evolved and become more as a result of it. And so there's a moment that we need to take through this season to really reflect on that, as the full moon invites you to release something as well, because all of this new powerful fire energy that's getting churned up and is coming in to help progress you, needs space to breathe. The fire needs oxygen to keep the flames burning. And so, if you're still holding on to too much of that wound energy, or you're focused too much to the past, you're going to, kind of hinder your progress a little. You're not going to stop anything from happening, because this is too directive and it's too powerful. But I think it will influence as to how comfortable this journey is going to feel for you through this month. What I see, though, is that some of the ideas that are coming, and also the people that are going to cross your path, are just going to be incredibly significant in terms of the way that they make you think about things. That's what I'm seeing. It's almost just like through, a word, like a phrase, like a suggestion. And it isn't, in that kind of coercive or, pushing an agenda upon you. It's in a very gentle, it's in a very almost ephemeral way, where people will be showing up with what feels like very spiritual energy to you, just radiating a different kind of a frequency. And if you're tuned into that, and of course everyone's going to be experiencing it on a different level depending on their karma, on their soul contract, on what they're meant to be working through at this exact moment. So if you're cross-watching, or if you're having a very different experience to this, then you have to tap into what's going on within you and where you're meant to be directed. But what we see here is really that, Spirit are showing that there are going to be people coming in on your path to help you evolve and take you further. Now, the card of Strength coming through does link into the sign of Leo. And here we have the Leo-Aquarius axis here. So interesting polar energies playing out. And perhaps there's going to be that need for you to balance something very contrasting through this month, How do you balance where, you might have a very different outlook for the future to someone that you're working with, in a relationship with, or perhaps, you have a really strong sense intuitively of a particular direction, and yet it makes no logical sense based on your current circumstances. So what we're seeing is that you're being given this strength, this courage, this fortitude to be able to dig deep and understand that the journey that you're on and the way that you're being guided is divinely ordered at the moment. Now, there's a quietness and a peaceful energy that's coming through here. We can see beautiful butterflies that are emerging. So there is this sense of transformative energy that's happening on a deeper level. And that again is necessary, because I think if you're going to really start to draw in and act as if you are already the person that you want to be in this future vision, you have to let go and allow yourself to change somewhere. And, perhaps that's where the Ten of Wands is bringing in your resistance. You don't want to let go of something, or you're frightened to set something down because you think maybe then everything else will come crumbling with it. But the ability to be able to balance those polar opposite energies within yourself, to be able to coexist, in a relationship where you do have different perspectives or agendas or visions for the future. It doesn't mean that things necessarily have to end. In fact, there can be a beautiful new beginning, or there can be a beautiful sense of understanding through compassion, love, kindness, and devotion that actually can bring. You can see how the two rainbows are coming together. So it's like two worlds coming together here. Two different opposing views, or two different energies. And, whether that's playing out within you between, you as you do shadow work, working with your light and shadow, or whether it is in a relationship, or, you're just trying to work within a situation that feels problematic, difficult, or opposing. And there is a lot of oppositional and square energy through this month. But what I see is you're actually tapping in the Star, the Ace of Cups, to a much lighter, more healing frequency. And that's going to serve you incredibly well in all aspects, if you can keep that in your mind and you can make sure that you're focused with that intention. Now, for those of you that really are looking in and around relationships, what we're seeing is that to get to this point, Nine of Cups, to get to this point of having the opportunity to reconnect on an emotional level that feels good, there is the requirement to be strong in a certain area. Now, when Venus is in Cancer, you know, it allows us to connect strongly into the heart energy. But Venus in Cancer has a tendency to overgive. And so if that has been your experience in the past, and, you know, however that's shown up for you, and you come back around to a situation following the lessons that you've learned over the last few weeks and months of this year, and the healing that's taken place, and the strength and the wisdom that you've gained, you now have to integrate and apply that. And that's so important, because that's the way that you're going to be able to capture the energy that you want, you know, to experience the type of connection that you're looking for, and to really ground it and help materialize it into something really tangible. Now, I see for some of you Sagittarius the opportunity to be able to do that as we come into Virgo season. But if you're not careful and you don't hold that learning, and you don't take that wisdom and apply it in the opportunities and the situations that are going to come your way through the higher guidance that you're receiving, then what you're going to end up with is a situation that comes and then it goes, you know, and it feels like that rug that gets pulled, or it feels like it's just not anything that you can really hold on to. And then the frustration comes, then the anger, then the annoyance, then the you promised this and you didn't deliver, or I thought I was finally past this and now I'm not. So that's your kind of, you know, your crisis point, your crossroads, if you like, that is gonna come up at some point through this month in one area of your life. And remember, Leo, 9th house energy, it's all about that higher learning and how you want to educate yourself. You know, it's your vision quest. This is you becoming more. So Page of Cups here, there's a huge amount of emotional, sweet energy coming up for you here. So I think for many of you with a focus in and around relationships, there is an opportunity to either meet or connect, or to really come together in a beautiful way. Now, again, this is rich creative energy. So if you're focused on your work or your business, new projects or initiatives, this is going to be fantastic. And I honestly think some of the ideas that you're going to get are you're going to be onto an absolute winner. An absolute winner. So, you know, be thoughtful with it. Keep a close, quiet counsel on what you're working on or what you're cultivating, because the Ace suggests there's newness. The Page, you know, we're kind of working in the beginning of things. 2 and 3 of Wands, these are all early energies where we're still forming and needing to tend and to nurture and to cultivate them before they turn into something way more tangible and real and successful for us. But you are absolutely onto something with this. And the other thing that I think is really sweet that's coming up here is it's set to be something that you're really passionate or interested in. Now, if that isn't your experience, again, you're being invited to tap into that strength energy and to see, okay, what is it that I need to change in my world so that I can start to open up to this kind of energy, because it's available to me here. So if I'm stuck in a situation where I need to break free, and this month more than ever, that drive for rebellious is going to be really strong, to want to escape from something. So here we have the card of the Hermit. So it does link into the sign of Virgo, but I also think it's demonstrating that the answer is within. Now, both of these figures are walking and moving towards walking through a gateway, walking through a portal, moving into a completely different dimension of energy. And, you know, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your desires are looking toward the future and the shift of energy that's coming. You know, the divine guidance and inspiration is being given to you. It's dropping down. So here we have this beautiful moment for you to consider. What is it that I need to do to help me be, to do, to have, to become more? And are the people around me supporting that? Is the work that I'm doing helping me to get to that next level? Let's go ahead and look at the oracle cards and see how they are reflecting on this. If you are feeling particularly disconnected or cut off, you know, and there may well be some just strong emotions flowing around that. and the need to just kind of sit back and to nurture your energy a little bit and just take some time out. Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. I mean, I really think that in this season, a lot of the fog is going to be lifting, and you're going to start to understand the way that some of the aspects of your life needed to transform and are continuing now to move in this state of flux and change. I think that there's a need for you to harvest your energy so that you can direct it in toward taking care of yourself in a more conscious way. And in doing so, it's really going to help you to open up to having more interdependence within your relationships. Giving to yourself and being able to meet your own needs is going to help you to start to realize externally the energy that can manifest for you in the same way, you know? So it's like, if you want a job that's fulfilling and makes you feel passionate and excited to get out of bed every morning, it's like, what can you start to do with your time that allows you to get into that kind of energy? The gentle gardener. I think this is just about the nurturing energy. You know, we have kind of fairies atop these eggs right now, so there's something ready to hatch. There's something ready to form. Very protected here. I really love the wisdom and also the protection, the love that's coming down from spirit here. Perhaps somebody looking out for you in terms of your spirit guides as you're in this path at the moment. But it links very powerfully for me into that star energy as well. So I think what's coming through to you, either in your dream state and you know, your intuition, as you navigate your way through the next few weeks, you need to pay really close attention to, and you need to take care of it. You need to take care of it. Gemini, I think. So this mercurial energy, this air energy, helping you to look at the thought forms. Make sure that you're lined up with the things that you want. Make sure that you're not sabotaging when things are starting to show up. But also just really taking care of the way that you are expressing your energy. Because rest assured, like, there's going to be a lot of volatility playing out around you. I'm not really seeing that it's going to be you know, taking that stand, Sagittarius, at all. In fact, and I don't see too much of it being directed towards you in this reading either, which is great. And I think even if it does, you're going to retreat. You're just going to say, yeah, bye-bye, not for me right now, I'm out. And I think that's absolutely the right approach to take, because in that quietness, that's when you find your strength, and that's when all of this vision and inspiration is going to come through for you. And it's really beautiful. Now, the Hermit linked into Virgo and Gemini, both ruled by Mercury, and Mercury has strong influence on that new moon in Leo on the 19th. And so I want to say that something around that time is going to require you to think very carefully. But it's in the positive, because what I feel is either because a new opportunity, a conversation, something someone has said, or an idea that you have and you're thinking about starting, beginning, launching. Anything that's coming up around that time is really favorable and really positive. Remember what I said, like, you know, this kind of two worlds colliding or coming together and finding a way to make opposites work. So you might be the one that's kind of really showing others the future and the way forward. Remember, Gemini is a North Node energy that we're working with right now. And again, that Aquarian full moon, this is all about the future. So there's something that's important in terms of the position that you're going to have, or where you're finding yourself through this month, where you're helping to set direction. And that looks really favorable for some of you in and around your work or business. So if you are looking to launch anything, you want to network, you want to connect, you want to come together. Remember, in Virgo season, we're all about 10th house activity for you. So it's all focus in and around your work, your legacy, how you want to be seen, how you want to be recognized. And I think there's some really beautiful breakthroughs that are going to come this way. There's certainly something that you're going to be feeling really happy about, but I feel it's because you've been able to demonstrate courage somewhere, and you've been able to put yourself out there, and you'll be able to stand up for yourself or demonstrate what's important to you, and you've been able to show yourself where you can meet some of your own needs. And I think that's made all the difference, because then you're going to start to draw that energy in towards you. Ten of Wands is also suggesting you're nearing the point of completion with something. Yeah, so you might well see that that's just about to reveal its bounty to you as well. Although I have a sense we're looking a little bit more into September for some of you on that particular vibration. So if there's something you're really waiting to drop, I think, yeah, toward the latter part of August, perhaps early part of September is going to be a really good time. Sagittarius, I hope this has given you a little bit of insight for your month ahead. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Please drop me a like and a comment. Let me know how this is resonating for you and where it plays out for you. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, we're going to speak for another 20 minutes or so, and we'll go into a little bit more in depth with this reading. Now, this is a general, so if you'd like to take a moment to just focus on a particular question that might not have come up in the main spread, and I'm going to go ahead and pull us a couple of cards on that just now, and we'll cover it off in the extended reading. Okay. And we'll just go clarify this main spread now. So the link for the extended reading is in the description and the comment section underneath. So the Three of Wands is bringing in the card of the Hierophant, Eight of Swords, Emperor, and the Ten of Wands is shown up again there. Emperor might be linking into an Aries, but of course we've got that Mars Aries energy, so I think that's a real nod to how that's going to be playing out. Ace of Wands, another ace coming up for you, beautiful. More fire energy to work with. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's a little bit of that drama and chaos that we see playing out. Empress energy. Queen of Wands. Okay, so that could be you or another fire sign coming through here. Ten of Cups. Look at all these emotions flowing for you this month, Sagittarius. I think for some of you, relationships are set to be front and foremost. Six of Cups, gosh, another one. Six of Swords. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands has been showing up a lot in the readings this month so far, which is fantastic. It's really showcasing the swiftness of the energy and how it's picking up now. Okay, the wheel coming in here, a little nod to what's going on with Jupiter, and there's some really nice alignments coming up this month that I think are going to bring some beautiful opportunities to harness. Look at that, yeah, Ace of Cups again. Perhaps some new love coming in for some of you, you know, just when you least expected it. Lovely. So we've got the Strength and the Sun card. Both are linked into the sign of Leo. So there could well be a Leo that's very significant. But also I just think a nod to the fact that this particular energy is going to be more favourable for many of you. So card of Justice coming through there. Could also be a Libra energy that we're looking at. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So quite likely. Another Nine of Cups here. Three of Wands. I kind of feel it's almost like I pick up for some of you that there's somewhere that you have something to prove. So let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, card of Death here could link to a Scorpio energy, but also just the changes that are coming in. The Moon and the Page of Cups. Knight of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. That's three aces come up for you already this month. couple more here. So 2 of Wands again. And another card of Strength. Okay, we had a lot of cards doubling up, so really strong messages that want to play out. But we'll go into a little bit more detail if you'd like to join me for the extended. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful month of August. Take advantage of this lovely fire energy. I wish you well. Lots of bright blessings. Thank you. Bye-bye.